1,000-pound sisters. 6 signs Amy Slatton and Tammy Slatton are no longer a package deal. Will the show survive their desire to be more independent? 1,000-pound sisters stars Amy Slatton and Tammy Slatton were always a sibling duo. But the sisters have recently expressed a desire to branch out on their own. It's understandable that Amy and Tammy need a break from each other. Amy is 37 years old and Tammy is 38. So they often refer to themselves as Irish twins. Though they have 3 other half-siblings, Amy and Tammy didn't grow up with them. They grew up together, and they even lived together for many years during their adulthood. They started a YouTube channel together, which eventually led to their TLC show. When Amy and Tammy made their television debuts in 2010, they lived next door to each other. Tammy weighed over 600 pounds, so she needed a lot of help from Amy and her then-husband, Michael Halterman. Though Amy herself weighed over 400 pounds, she had more mobility than her much larger sister. In many ways, their weight kept Amy and Tammy dependent on each other. Now that they've both lost so much weight, they've been yearning to flex their independence. Read on for signs that the 1,000-pound sisters season 7 stars may not be a package deal much longer. Amy met her new boyfriend, Brian Scott Laverne, in the mosh pit at a concert, and they've been inseparable ever since. Though Amy seems happy with Brian, her family is worried that she's moving too quickly. Amy has had bad luck with men, so it's not surprising that her family worries. They think Amy is impetuous when it comes to men, and they accuse her of rushing things. Since her divorce, Amy has dated multiple men, and it always ended in tears. It also doesn't help that Brian is 50 years old, which is considerably older than 37-year-old Amy. During the first episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, Amanda was helping Amy get ready for a date with Brian when she made a shocking revelation. Amy told her flabbergasted sister that Brian wanted her to go have her tubes untied so that she could have his baby. Amy's sister, Amanda Halterman, recommended Amy take it slow, but she wasn't listening. "I really think he can be the one day," Amy insists. She may be ready to trade Tammy in for Brian. During the first episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, it was revealed that Tammy is secretly dating a woman, and she hasn't told her family about her new relationship. Near the end of the episode, Tammy sneaks into a minivan and takes off. "There's something I haven't told my family," says Tammy, "because my family gonna have something to say about it." She goes on to explain that she's been dating a woman for a couple of months. Tammy dated multiple men who she met on a dating site for men who have a fetish for overweight women. Tammy wants to avoid telling her family because she knows they'll be judgmental. The 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 star has made terrible choices when it comes to romance. Tammy dated multiple men who she met on a dating site for men who have a fetish for overweight women. Her boyfriends wanted Tammy to be heavy, so they would actively try to get her to blow her diet. During Season 5, she finally met and married a nice guy named Caleb Willingham, but he passed away soon after they married. Tammy is clearly ready to make her own decisions. After always making public appearances with her sister, Amy headlined her first solo meet and greet recently. A fan, Mickey Ramos, posted footage from the event to Instagram. In the clip, Amy signs a large painting of herself before turning back to her long line of waiting fans. Tammy was nowhere to be found, and Amy's new boyfriend, Brian, was at her side instead. Tammy went from weighing over 700 pounds to weighing over 200 pounds, so her life has changed completely. Amy's first solo event seemed to be a big hit, and she was all smiles. It remains to be seen if the 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7 star intends to continue to do solo events or if she plans to reunite with Tammy for future fan events. Just the fact that Amy wants to do her own events shows that she's come a long way and is more independent than she used to be. The Slattons are a very close-knit family, and their unique family dynamic is one of the best things about the show. The Slattons are together all the time, and during 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 6, it really started to grate on Tammy's nerves. Since making her 2020 television debut, Tammy has had bariatric surgery and lost a stunning 500 pounds. Tammy went from weighing over 700 pounds to weighing over 200 pounds, so her life has changed completely. She has more independence than ever, and she wants to explore it. Before losing weight, Tammy had limited mobility, so she needed constant help from her family. Now that she has most of her mobility, she is capable of taking care of herself, so she's yearning for a more independent lifestyle. It's understandable that Tammy wants some distance from her family, but she'll hopefully reconsider leaving Kentucky because it may affect the show. Amy and Tammy have both lost a significant amount of weight over the years, but they did so at different paces. When Amy made her television debut, she weighed over 400 pounds. Wanting to have children, Amy had bariatric surgery during 1,000 Pound Sisters Season 1, quickly lost 125 pounds, and had 2 healthy sons, Gage and Glenn Halterman. Tammy's journey was less straightforward. Tammy weighed over 600 pounds during the pilot episode, but went on to weigh over 725 pounds before having bariatric surgery. Moving at such different paces really set the sisters on a path away from each other. After losing 500 pounds, Tammy no longer needs help with basic daily chores like bathing and cleaning her house. It's understandable why Tammy wants to flex her independence, but she's not completely ready to be on her own. The biggest thing holding Tammy back is her refusal to learn to drive. Before losing weight, Tammy couldn't even fit in a regular car seat, let alone the driver's seat, so she never learned to drive. She had to be driven around in a specialty van with the middle seat ripped out, so she could sit on the floor. Tammy will never be truly independent until she can drive herself around. Now that Tammy can easily fit into the driver's seat of any car, she still refuses to learn to drive. These days, the burden of driving Tammy around falls mostly on her brother, 1,000 Pound Sisters Chris Combs. He has repeatedly tried to teach Tammy how to drive, but the 1,000 Pound Sisters star continues to refuse to learn. Tammy will never be truly independent until she can drive herself around.